Okay, so you know that feeling, right? Walking into a room, and it could be virtual, it could be in person, and suddenly everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
And you've got to introduce yourself. Maybe it's a job interview, or you're trying to get a promotion, or even like a volunteer position that you really care about.
Right.
You only have a few seconds to make a good first impression.
It's true.
And how you introduce yourself can really make a big difference.
Huge.
So think of this deep dive as like your backstage pass. Okay, we're going to give you the tools and the strategies to really nail that introduction and make it memorable.
Absolutely. And it's so much more than just, saying your name and what you do for a living.
Yeah.
It's about really grabbing their attention right from the start, letting them know what you bring to the table, and setting the tone for a great conversation.
Yeah. And for this deep dive, we've been looking at this really interesting conversation between Alex, who's going through the job interview process right now, and Lily, who's been on both sides of the table. She's been the interviewer and the interviewee.
Yeah, she gets it.
So she has some really great insights and tips, and that's what we're going to share with you today.
Exactly. We're going to break down her advice step by step and help you craft self-introductions that are so much more than just basic greetings.
Yeah, so much better.
There'll be introductions that really connect and leave a lasting impression.
Okay, so let's start with where Alex kind of went wrong with his first attempt.
Okay.
So he was practicing his self-introduction, and he came out with, "I am a hard worker, and I do many things."
Okay.
Now, at first glance, it doesn't sound too bad, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
He's saying he's a hard worker. He gets things done.
Right. He's trying to be positive.
But Lily's feedback was so insightful.
Yeah.
Because she explained why that just doesn't work.
Exactly. She cut right to the chase.
Yeah.
Said, "Alex, that's way too vague."
Yeah.
And that's the big problem with those kinds of statements. They're just too general. Think about it from the interviewer's perspective, right? They're trying to get a sense of who you are,
Right.
what you can do, and what makes you the best fit for the job.
Yeah. They're looking for the specifics.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you say, "I do many things," it doesn't really give them anything concrete to work with.
It's like going to a restaurant and they just tell you, "We serve food."
Exactly.
Okay, well, yeah, but what kind of food?
What's your specialty?
What are you known for?
Right? Is it Italian? Is it Mexican?
Give me some details.
You got to give them something to get excited about.
So Lily then gave Alex this really helpful framework for crafting a strong self-introduction.
Okay, I like frameworks. They make things so much easier.
Yeah. And she broke it down into 3 key components.
Okay, I'm listening.
So first you have to answer the question, who are you?
Makes sense.
This is where you give your name, your background, like maybe your education or your current job.
Okay.
Then you move on to what do you bring? So here's where you highlight your skills, the things you're really good at, and any big achievements you've had.
Got it.
And then finally you wrap it up with, why are you here?
Okay.
What specifically interests you about this particular role in this company?
So it's like a mini elevator pitch.
Exactly. You got to make it concise, but really impactful.
I like that.
Now, Lily also provided a beginner-friendly formula for people who might be just starting out.
Okay, great, because starting out can be the hardest part.
Maybe they're recent graduates or they don't have a ton of work experience yet.
No, makes sense.
She called this the basic self-introduction, and she gave Alex this example.
Okay, let's hear it.
Hi, I'm Alex. I recently graduated with a degree in marketing from XYZ University.
Okay.
During my studies, I led a team project that increased social media engagement by 30%.
Okay.
I'm excited about this role because I love data-driven marketing strategies, and your company's innovative approach aligns with my skills.
Wow. Okay. So much better than just, I do many things.
Right. It's so much clearer.
Yeah.
We immediately know what he studied.
Uh-huh.
We know he's got leadership experience.
And he's got results to prove it.
Exactly. That 30% increase, that's huge.
It is.
And he tied it all back to why he's interested in this specific job.
Yeah. He made it relevant.
It's so focused.
It's night and day compared to his first attempt.
Yeah. And I think what really makes this effective is that quantifiable result.
Absolutely.
That 30% increase.
Those numbers, they just jump out at you.
Yeah. Anyone can say they led a project.
Right.
But when you can back it up with a specific outcome like that.
It shows you actually made a difference.
Exactly.
It's not just potential, it's proof.
Now, Lily also shared what she called an advanced self-introduction for people who have more professional experience.
Okay. So they've been in the game a little longer.
Yeah, they've got more to draw on.
Got it.
And this approach really focuses on showcasing your impact using those really strong numbers.
I like it.
So you're demonstrating the results you've driven in your previous roles.
It's all about showing what you can do.
Here's the example she gave.
Okay.
I'm Alex, a digital marketing specialist with 3 years of experience at ABC Corp.
Okay.
I've managed campaigns with a $50,000 budget, achieving a 20% increase in ROI.
Wow.
I specialize in SEO and content strategy, and I'm eager to bring my expertise to your team to drive similar growth.
That's impressive.
Right. It's a big step up.
Yeah.
Mentioning that budget size right away gives context to the scale of his work.
You get a sense of the responsibility he's handled.
And then that 20% ROI increase, that's massive.
It shows he knows how to get results.
Yeah. He's not just talking about what he did, but the actual impact he had.
And ROI, that's a language that businesses understand.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the bottom line.
So by framing your achievements in terms of ROI,
you're connecting your skills and experience directly to their business goals.
It shows you're not just busy, you're actually making a difference.
And a measurable difference at that.
And I think that's what really elevates this introduction.
It sets you apart from other candidates.
It shifts the conversation from what you might be able to do to what you've actually done.
Exactly. It's proof of your capabilities.
Now, even with these really great formulas, Lily pointed out that people still make some common mistakes.
Oh, yeah. There are definitely some pitfalls.
And I think we've probably all seen this or maybe even been guilty of it ourselves.
Oh, I know I have.
It's that rambling without any clear structure.
Oh, yeah. You get lost in the weeds.
The introduction ends up sounding something like, well, I went to college and I studied something and then I worked at a place doing some things and I'm interested in this job because
you're just all over the place.
It's like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded.
You're going to bump into a few walls.
And the interviewer's left wondering, what's the point?
They've completely lost the thread.
So Lily has this great strategy for bringing order to that chaos.
Okay, I'm all for order.
It's what she calls the present, past, future method.
Okay. I like that. Simple and straightforward.
Yeah, and it creates this really natural, logical flow. So you start with your current role or situation. That's the present.
Okay.
Then you touch on your key experiences and achievements from the past.
The past?
And then you end with your interest in this specific opportunity and what you want to achieve in the future.
Future. I like it.
It's a really simple framework, but it makes such a difference.
It keeps you on track.
Alex actually used this method to restructure his introduction.
Oh, great. Let's hear it.
He said, currently I'm a sales associate at Retail Co.
Okay.
Previously, I boosted sales by 15% through customer engagement strategies.
Okay.
I'm now seeking a role where I can apply these skills in a larger team.
Wow. So much better.
right?
It's clear, concise.
It flows so smoothly.
You know exactly where he's been, where he is now, and where he wants to go.
And we have that concrete achievement again, that 15% sales increase.
It adds credibility.
And he linked his future aspirations directly to the role he's interviewing for.
He's shown he's done his research.
So why do you think this present, past, future structure is so effective?
Well, it's like a mental map, you know, it forces you to organize your thoughts and focus on what's really important.
You don't get sidetracked.
Exactly. You're less likely to go off on tangents or include details that aren't relevant.
Staying on message.
Hitting the key points and keeping it concise and engaging.
It's such a simple but effective way to avoid rambling and get your point across.
I'm going to use that.
Now, the second big mistake Lily talked about is being too generic.
Oh, yeah. We've all heard those cliches.
I'm a team player. I'm a hard worker.
Everyone says that.
Right. It doesn't really tell the interviewer anything unique about you.
It's just empty words.
So Lily's advice is you have to back up those general statements with specific examples.
You got to show them. Don't just tell them.
Exactly. So instead of just saying, I'm a team player,
yeah,
how can you demonstrate that quality?
Okay, so Lily gave this great example.
Okay.
I thrive in collaborative environments last quarter. I coordinated a cross-departmental project that improved workflow efficiency by 25%.
That's so much more impactful.
Right. It's specific.
Yeah, it's not just a claim. It's evidence.
And it shows you can achieve results.
Exactly.
That 25% improvement, that's huge.
So what makes that example so much stronger than just saying, I'm a team player?
It's the details. You're describing a specific situation where you worked with others, and you're quantifying the impact you had.
It's not subjective anymore.
You're proving that you can collaborate effectively and get results.
Yeah. You're showing them, not just telling them.
Exactly. And that makes all the difference.
And Alex really got it. He even came up with his own example.
Oh, that's great.
He said, so instead of saying, I'm good at leadership, you could say, I led a team of 5 interns completing a project 2 weeks early.
Perfect.
It's a perfect example of taking a general skill like leadership and anchoring it in a specific experience.
And with a positive outcome, too.
Yeah. Finishing ahead of schedule, that's impressive.
It shows he can get things done.
So we've got these great frameworks and examples from Lily, but she also stressed that a one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work.
Of course, you have to tailor it to this specific job.
Exactly. You have to adapt your introduction to each role you're applying for.
So the structure might stay the same.
Yeah, the framework.
But the content has to be different.
Yeah, it has to be relevant.
It's all about highlighting the skills and experiences that are most important for that specific job.
And Lily gave a couple of examples to illustrate this.
Okay, I'm ready.
So first, let's look at the software engineer example. Alex tailored his introduction to sound like this.
Okay.
I'm Alex, a full-stack developer with expertise in Python and React.
Okay.
At Tech Solutions, I optimized back-end processes, reducing server costs by 18%.
Okay.
I'm excited about this role because I want to work on scalable AI applications.
He nailed it.
Yeah.
He highlighted his key technical skills, Python React.
Yeah, the things that are probably in the job description.
Exactly. And he backed it up with a quantifiable achievement.
That 18% cost reduction
shows he can make a real impact.
And his reason for being interested is all about AI,
which is a huge growth area in tech.
So it shows he's forward thinking.
He's aligning himself with the future of the industry.
So how does this tailored approach really benefit the candidate?
Well, it shows the hiring manager that you understand what they need.
Yeah.
You've done your homework.
You've read the job description.
And you have the specific qualifications they're looking for.
It shows you're genuinely interested in this particular role.
Not just any software engineering job.
Okay, now let's look at the teacher example.
Okay, completely different field.
Lily's example for this one was, I'm Lily, a passionate educator with 4 years of experience in elementary schools.
Okay.
I developed a reading program that improved literacy rates by 22% in my last school.
Okay.
I'd love to bring my student-centered approach to your institution.
She nailed it too.
Right.
Completely different focus.
Yeah.
It's all about passion, experience, and education.
Her achievement is tied to student success.
Which is the ultimate goal for a teacher.
And she mentions her teaching philosophy.
Shows she's aligned with the values of the school.
It's all about speaking the language of the profession.
Yeah. Tailoring your message to the audience.
And highlighting the skills and experiences that are most valued in that field.
So you have to really think about who you're talking to and what they care about.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
What were some of those key takeaways and final tips that Lily left Alex with?
Well, she stressed the importance of keeping your self-introduction short and sweet,
Yeah.
Aim for about 60 to 90 seconds.
That's not a lot of time.
But it's enough to give them a good overview.
And keep them engaged.
You don't want to lose their attention.
Yeah.
And then she talked about practice.
Oh, yeah, you got to rehearse.
She even suggested recording yourself.
Yeah, that could be really helpful.
So you can hear how you sound and identify areas where you can improve.
And then she reminded Alex about the importance of nonverbal communication.
Oh, yeah. Body language is huge.
A smile, eye contact.
It makes a big difference.
So how do those nonverbal cues really contribute to a strong introduction?
They add another layer of communication.
Yeah.
A genuine smile can make you seem more approachable, more likable.
People want to work with people they like.
Exactly. And eye contact shows that you're engaged, you're confident,
You're present.
you're interested in the conversation.
So it's not just what you say, but how you say it.
It all works together to create that first impression.
And it sounds like Alex really took all of this to heart.
He did.
What was his final thought after all of Lily's advice?
He was so grateful. And he said, "Thanks, Lily. Now I won't say I do many things ever again."
Ah, perfect.
He learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, it shows how even something as simple as a self-introduction can have a big impact.
When you do it right,
When you approach it strategically,
it's your chance to make a connection
set the tone for a successful interview.
and showcase your value.
So as you prepare for your next interview, think about everything we've discussed today.
Yeah.
Use these frameworks, these examples.
Craft a self-introduction that's tailored to the specific role.
Practice it, make it your own.
And remember, it's not just about stating facts, it's about telling your story.
Making that connection and setting yourself up for success.
And think about this mastering the self-introduction. It's not just about getting a job, it's a skill you can use in any professional setting.
Yeah. Networking, conferences, presentations.
It's about communicating your value confidently and effectively.
So what other communication skills do you think are really important to master?
That's a great question, and I think we'll save that for another deep dive.
Yeah, I think we've given everyone a lot to think about today.
We have.
So thanks for joining us.
And good luck with those introductions.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.